Hi there, Andrew Bell here with you once again. As I think we all know, September always marks the final sprint to the end of the year, and it seems to just disappear so quickly with so much on. We've just concluded our Ray White Awards season, and it was a thrill to have been recognised on so many fronts once again. Apart from being recognised as Queensland's #1 residential sales office and #2 commercial office, it was a landmark year with just over 1.2 billion in sales. This does show not just the strength of the market with its sale prices, but more particularly the huge volumes of sales that we're generating here on the Gold Coast for our clients. There were a lot of individual awards and far too many to individually highlight. Now on the economic front, some good news. It might be strange for an employer to say this, but we've just seen the strongest wage growth since 2013. Robust income growth, if continued, will help keep the household sector spending, boosting consumption that accounts for more than 60% of the economy and supporting employment growth. It's interesting to note that at the same time we see this information coming about wages growth, we also saw very mixed results on profits, which saw quite a number of sectors hit with a drop in profits. Now this is a mixed message for the Reserve Bank to absorb when considering interest rate movements. Some great news also out from the Reserve Bank Governor Philip Lowe, who expressed confidence that the Australian economy is strengthening. This is off the back of strong export growth and infrastructure spending. He felt that this would feed through into further wage growth, which is essential, as he said, as the Australian consumer has been missing in action this year with a greater focus on just paying household bills. Without consumer spending, the economy cannot grow. So his confidence is somewhat reassuring. He also said that the Reserve Bank was now comfortable with the Australian banks in general, and that comfort's about them staying within the limits imposed by regulators on lending. The Reserve Bank governors are very cautious about what they say, so to have this mentioned, this is a really strong statement. We also have CoreLogic's latest report showing that national dwelling values remain flat during August, which of course is no surprise with the winter months usually our quietest months of the real estate calendar. However, the head of CoreLogic's research, Tim Lawless, does suggest that the most recent figures is evidence that the housing market has moved through its peak in the growth phase. Pleasingly, if we have gone through that peak growth phase, it is showing that we have gone into a reasonably smooth transition to a steady market, and it's great for the real estate market to have a period of consolidation. It's certainly a great time for buyers who have maybe struggled with their housing requirements to date. Now for those buyers that get into the market and start off with a better supply of balance maybe between supply and demand. We're starting to see stock numbers increase, as usually happens in spring, with larger numbers of sellers deciding to capitalise on this period of time to adjust their own housing requirements. This is further good timing for buyers who would like to be in their new homes before Christmas, or indeed consolidate their investment options early in this current financial year. Thank you to the near 750 people who joined us last Saturday night for our 24th Ray White Surfers Paradise Muscular Dystrophy Ball. It truly was a fabulous night, attended by the Honourable Kate Jones, Minister for Education, Minister for Tourism, Major Events and the Commonwealth Games, Tom Tate and Deputy Mayor Donna Gates and their partners, along with a host of other leading business entities here on the Gold Coast. On the night, we're just finalising numbers, but we appear to have raised about $160,000, which now takes us to about 3.15 or so that we've raised to fight this muscular dystrophy disease. And I thank so many of you for your generous support of this cause. Well, that's it for this fortnight. I look forward to being with you in 2 weeks' time.